Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G with a broken display, and we're gonna fix it and replace it with David. Let's go! So this device should be repaired because it's not really working as of the moment. When you turn on the device, there's nothing showing on the display, so it's a total mess. We're going to remove the back cover on this one, but unfortunately we have to remove this back cover that's held on by adhesives. Fortunately, this is plastic and it just bends and doesn't crack. It makes our job easier, although we have to reuse this one later on. It's perfectly in good shape. And then we're gonna unscrew the screws on the board shrouds. This is one covers the main board at the top and then the daughter board at the bottom. You can see the battery at the center. It's a pretty hefty battery for this price range, and the shroud is in one piece, so usually we see that in two piece or in many pieces. This one is just one plastic, and the design of this one is very curious because you have this shroud that is also the side frame of this device. So you just have to lift this off here. It's held on by clips so that the display can be attached to the chassis. Then this is the connector for the battery. This is the replacement display. You can see that side by side. It's an empty shell basically. But here we're just gonna change the replacement part. We have the screws in a magnet here so that we don't lose one. And then we're gonna continue. So this one is not really the same day. We have a different day for this continuation. You can see that we have a different part here. And then we're gonna fully disassemble the old frame or the stock frame with the main board. We have to take it out. And the battery also, the daughter board here, charging with the charging and the headphone jack. We're gonna transplant the components here. This is the main board. We're just gonna transplant it to the new display. This is a new display assembly, so the old display will not be reused, obviously. And then we're just gonna transplant it and install it, and later on test it if it works. Connect the battery. And then we're gonna install the charging port. Here, the connectors with all the connectors. Make sure the charging port is aligned with the hole from the frame. And then we're gonna reuse the side frame and of course the integrated main board and daughter board shroud. You can see that the fingerprint scanner is on the side. We have to do this slowly because sometimes when you put extra pressure on when you install the components at the back of the device, you can also crack the replacement display, so that's not good. It turns on. Good news. So right here we're just gonna continue reassembling the whole thing. There's a lot of screws to be put back onto the screw holes, but we're almost done. Showing signs of life there. It's turning on just nicely. No boot loops or any overheating problems. Here we're just gonna put the last screws. Sometimes we use the electric screwdriver, but sometimes we have to use the manual screwdriver just to have the feel of the tightness, exact tightness of the screws. And we're we're almost done. This is the main screen. It looks good. So at this price point, it's definitely still worth it to repair your smartphone, especially if you have imported data inside your smartphone and you don't want to do the whole backup thing, but you can just revive your existing broken smartphone and recover your data. Microphone is working, touchscreen is working, buttons, cameras. We'll test it as much as we can and as much as the client wants us to access. Sometimes the client doesn't want us to unlock the phone. That's okay. We can still test some of the functionality, and then here we're gonna put back the back cover. Pretty nice. Overall, very good job. Thanks, David. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Please click like and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time?